Today, we are going to be breaking down everything you need to know about Diamond Dynasty and MLB the Show 22. Whether you're a brand new player to the game and completely lost, you're a returning player, just need a refresher, or maybe you've played MLB the Show a ton, but this is your first time diving into Diamond Dynasty. I'm going to go through today and break down everything you need to know. This is your Diamond Dynasty beginner's guide here in MLB the Show 22. So first off, out the gate from the main menu, we can access Diamond Dynasty and we'll immediately be taken to our home screen. That is going to have our squad here. You can see my squad. I can come in here. We can see Gavin Sheets. Maybe I want to replace him. I got this Canerco. I'll throw him in the lineup. We can replace our cards. So this is the team that we're going to be utilizing in ranked seasons, the main mode of Diamond Dynasty. From here, we can also customize our team, be it our jerseys, whether you want to use custom jerseys you make yourself or MLB jerseys. We can see all of our stats, standings, and history. And this final tab here, we can see inside edge matchup ratings and our roster updates. So we can see here, I haven't even gone through this. We actually get the tutorial. Daily matchup ratings provided by Inside Edge. Cards are going to automatically change based off the player's real life matchups in the MLB. We can see what caliber of a rating they have, and then we can see the change in the overall that they have here. All the information displayed up at the top. So we can see here, for example, Adam Wainwright, probably a really good option here. His new overall is 85. Adam Wainwright is playing up to an 85 overall today. Every day, based off the matchups, these will change and adjust. But especially when we're talking about Battle Royale, some events, some occasional ranked seasons players, those 90+ diamonds. Your guy like Trout, he's already a high overall. He's getting a +3 or 4 to his overall from Inside Edge. That card becomes really, really valuable. So something to keep in mind. These are not permanent changes, and they're not indicative of a player being upgraded for a roster update, and it doesn't affect their quick sell value either. So Adam Wainwright with his +6 overall, he is still a 79 overall card. He'll still quick sell as a 79 overall card, but his attributes are just playing up to an 85 today. Inside Edge, in my opinion, one of the cooler things we have here in MLB the Show that keeps the game fresh and unique, especially for some of these modes where you're not using your God Squad. Always going to have a different group of players that you can utilize and throw on your team. Now, new this year in Diamond Dynasty is this brand new featured program, and that is really going to streamline things. If you're playing DD for the first time and you're thinking, I don't know what to do, you want to make progress through the featured program. This is going to guide all your decisions with playing for the most part. We can see here, we got 28 days left on this program, and we have quite a bit of stubs to be made, 600,000 stubs to earn here in this Faces of the Franchise program. And so we want to be doing whatever we can to progress through this program at a relatively solid pace. So if we're lost, not sure what to do, we're going to come down here. We're going to see our daily moment. We'll be able to knock that out every single day that we get on. And we have these featured moments as well. These are going to be featured in every program. We're going to get a decent chunk of XP for each of these. And this is a solid amount of moments as well. This is going to give you something to utilize and something to go after while playing in the game. Then, of course, we have our Legends and Flashbacks missions. So we completed our feature programs. We're going to come in here, and whether we're playing BR events, ranked seasons, or the new mini seasons mode that we'll talk about in a little bit, we're going to utilize acquiring some of these parallel XP progress. And one of the new changes this year is that we actually have missions tied to this parallel XP as well. So 350 XP with Orioles veteran Trey Mancini, and you're going to lock down 500 XP into the program. So this is going to guide a lot of what you're doing throughout the entire year. Of course, as well, we got some collections, exchanges, things of that nature. We're going to be going over the Face of the Franchise program, how to get through it quickly in another video. But as we can see, the reward path here, this is going to be our main reward path for acquiring cards in this game. For this first one, we have 90 overall cards, one from every single team. These are going to be immensely valuable to adding to your squad, especially as a no money spent player or you're a grinder. You're going to be having a lot of the Face of the Franchise cards on your team. Now, one thing to note, we can see the program ends in 28 days and 2 hours. At that point, the program does disappear. So you won't be able to come back through and complete this program again. It's likely these Face of the Franchise cards for this one pop up again at another time, but you cannot actually come through and complete this program. So you do want to make sure you're completing it in a timely fashion and making sure you're focusing on your missions here. We will have some additional programs as well. For example, right here, we have the starter Babe Ruth program. We'll probably find some player programs throughout this as well. Player of the month, monthly awards are going to be in this other programs too. And then as we get through the year and we get more time, and then throughout the year, as we get more time specific programs, such as the Field of Dreams program, maybe an all-star game program, something of that nature, those are going to show up here in this other programs tab as well. So our main two avenues for requiring cards right here, this is what we want to be focusing on, our featured program and then our other programs as well. Brand new mode we have this year, mini seasons, a new offline mode for you to grind through, whether you're a new member or returning to DD. This is going to be brand new to you. It's replacing extra innings in a sense. We're going to have 24 3-inning games utilizing our Diamond Dynasty squad. We take our squad, we hop into the mini seasons mode. We play 24 3-inning games based off how we perform within those games. We're then going to make the playoffs. 4 teams going to go to the playoffs. We're going to try to win the World Series in these mini seasons. They should go pretty quick with just 24 3-inning games. Should be able to fly through it pretty quickly. And in doing so, you're going to earn a lot of rewards. You win your first mini season championship, you're going to get Evan Longoria, but we're going to get some other things as well, such as a repeatable 10,000 stubs, 5,000 XP. We have more stubs and XP as we go along. Tons of XP. So again, talking about progressing through that featured program, we're going to want to do that through mini seasons. We can get quite a lot done through mini seasons with that XP to progress through our featured program. This is going to update every month to 2 months as well, so definitely be sure to keep your eye on mini seasons. This is going to kind of be the go-to offline grind mode because we're going to be able to have our repeatable missions. We're going to get our player XP as well, start working on those parallels, earn some packs, stubs, rewards along the way as well, which is going to be so sick. Great addition to the offline grinders. Conquest is back again this year as well, now with even faster simulation speeds. Our Conquest is our risk style game. So we can see here, I have my main piece right here. I got my 12 reinforcements. I move them around the map, and the goal is to take over on this map at least all 30 strongholds in the entire game. We do so, and again, we're going to get rewarded for doing so with stubs, packs, XP, etc. Lots of value here in completing the USA Conquest at some point. We're getting a couple diamond players as well, and then we finish it all and we get our 10 show packs. So quite a bit of value here in the USA Conquest map. Maybe not something you focus on right out the gate, build up your squad a little bit, but I do recommend going through and completing the USA Conquest. If you need a Conquest tutorial as well, be sure to sub to the channel. We're gonna have a Conquest tutorial coming out here very shortly today. Of course, we don't just have the USA map, we have some other maps as well. Our battle up 1, 2, and 3 and our mystery map, they all work the same way. We have these territories to take over. The goal, capture every territory, take over the strongholds. You're using your Diamond Dynasty team versus the MLB team that'll be represented on each tile. So when I get to here, I'll play the Braves. One thing to note about Conquest, only have to play the stronghold games. Everything else you can simulate. Don't go through and play every single tile of every single game. Go through, simulate those, just play your stronghold games. Conquest still going to be great to keep up with. We're going to get a lot of program XP throughout the year and nice juicy hidden rewards in these Conquest maps. That's kind of one of the keys to them. All sorts of packs and stubs hidden throughout these every time they release a new one. Showdown here is where we are going to go to be gaining additional progress on our programs. Again, everything's streamlined. We want to make progress on our programs. We have this face of the franchise one here out the gate. We can come through here. It takes 500 stubs to enter, but you're going to draft your team. You'll go through these missions. Each one of these missions will obtain you runs for the final showdown. When you get to these bigger squares with the flame behind them, those are the mini bosses. If you lose one of these, your entire run does restart. If you lose these though, you just don't obtain those rewards. The only way to skip these mini bosses is by skipping all the way to the end. You'll be down a predetermined amount of runs, plus whatever runs you've earned from all your missions leading up to the final showdown boss. For example, in this one, I believe you're down 12-0 runs with 20 outs remaining against Emmanuel Clase. But each one of these missions that you're completing is giving you 1 to 2 runs and cards to upgrade your team as well. So for example, when I got to here, this final showdown, I was down 12 runs to 11 runs. I had 20 outs to just score 2, and you just hit through your lineup And completing that, I got 15,000 XP towards the face of the franchise featured program. That's a solid chunk of change out the gate. You definitely want to be coming through and completing your showdowns as they become available. Also, a great opportunity to use cards you may not have gotten the chance to use before. In this one, you get to use a lot of the American League face of the franchise cards. So good opportunity to get your hands on those guys for the first time, try them out in game in a real life scenario. Onto our online modes now. Out the gate, we got ranked seasons. This is the bread and butter mode. This is what everybody's working towards. You're wanting to work towards this World Series pack at 900 rating. Every game you play, when you win, you will gain a set of rating points based off the quality of your opponent. If you lose, you will lose rating points, again, based off the quality of your opponent. So we're working our way up through the rating points over and over and over until we can get to 900 rating points. At that point, we've made World Series. That is the main goal that we're looking to do. This is the main online mode, and it will be the Show 22. However, don't worry, you do not have to make World Series and get 900 rating points just to get this pack and obtain these rewards. For example, the first World Series reward, Dontrell Willis, Cal Ripken, and Jorge Posada. Don't have to make World Series to do so. We can also obtain it just by playing the game quite a bit. So 50 innings all the way up to 400 innings. If you do that, you're going to obtain a World Series pack for free without having to win any games. You just got to get on and play. This game is going to reward you a lot just for playing. So while doing so, we're making progress through other sorts of programs, things of that nature. We've built up our squad a little bit through those possibly. Then we get to start attacking ranked seasons. Again, that's the bread and butter. That's the main mode that we're all building our squads to play for. We also got co-op, a brand new this year. No rewards tied to co-op, but you can combine your inventory with 2 to 3 friends and take on other players playing co-op. I cannot wait to get my hands some more on co-op in MLB the Show 22. Super excited for that. Other main online mode we're going to see here is Battle Royale. In Battle Royale, we are going to draft a team through predetermined rounds with set tiers for each round. We're going to take that drafted team. We're going to set our lineup, set up our bullpen, set up our rotation, and we are going to try to win 12 games in a row without dropping a single one of them. Normally, Battle Royale entries are going to be 1,500 subs a piece. Your first one is going to be free. If you can go 12-0, you get that flawless pack along with a 90+ live series diamond, 85 to 89 diamond, 80 to 84 gold, and a 75 to 79 silver player. So tons of value here in Battle Royale early on in the game. Probably the secondary online mode people are going to play. The goal, again, try to go 12-0, draft the team that's eligible to do it. But just like ranked seasons, if you can't go 12-0, you can still progress through the BR program. This program is going to obtain you tons of cards, stubs, packs, play rewards, and finally the 12-0 choice pack at the end. So you're guaranteed you play enough BR, you will get these choice pack guys. You'll be able to grab one of those flawless players, add those to your squad, or sell them for a solid chunk of stubs. We can move through the missions, our bronze, silver, and gold, and our BR missions. We start knocking out these. A lot of these are repeatable as well. We're going to knock out these bad boys. We're going to be able to get to that 100 BR points. You don't even have to be incredibly good at the game. You just play enough. Definitely something that's doable. And I recommend all no money spent players knocking out every single BR program that they can, because these packs have a ton of value with them. Now, if you're wanting to play online, but you're wanting to be a little bit more casual with playing online, events is where you want to be. Everything in events is free. Entries 100% free all the time. Similar setup to BR, where we are getting rewarded based off how many wins we get in a specific event run, but we're not punished for losing at all. We're not going to lose anything for losing. And the main rewards are going to be in this cumulative win reward path. So for example, we get to 15 wins, we're going to get this Alfonso Soriano. We're going to get to 20 wins, we get this Nolan Ryan. Every so often, every few weeks to a month, the event is going to refresh with brand new rewards, packs, stubs, players, everything like that. So definitely something you want to keep on top of. And again, a more casual online atmosphere. If you just want to test out some players, if you're just playing MLB the Show for the first time, maybe you're playing online for the first time, and you just want to get established and feel comfortable playing online, events is where you're going to want to be. It doesn't matter at all if you lose. And now that you can save event lineups this year, it really doesn't matter. You'll lose your 2 games, you instantly re-enter into the event. No harm, no foul. You still got your squad. You're right back into playing those games. Definitely a really good place to learn and start understanding some of the mechanics of online and how the game differs from it offline. And this first one as well, all players eligible, so don't have to worry about fitting a specific mold of what players you should be using. Lastly, here to wrap up, we have our inventory here. Of course, this is where we're going to see all the cards we own, whether it be players, equipments, perks, sponsorships, our stadiums, unlockables, and packs. And then as we go through and collect these cards, we're going to want to come into our collections. We want to obtain these live series collections because we want to add this Randy Johnson to our squad. We are going to do that through here. We can see each team's collection has its own specific tab. So we'll come in here, collect all the Giants cards as we obtain them, lock those in. We'll complete those collections. We'll do that for every team, then every division, then the 2 leagues, then the major leagues as a whole. Same with our legends and flashbacks. This is just like the live series collections, but it is for specific card types. So for example, here we have our prospects. You collect 25, you're knocking out that 91 Adley Rushman real quick. And our legends and flashbacks collection are going to be updated all year long with brand new rewards, stubs, packs, and most likely some of the very best players in the entire game going to be found here in this legends and flashbacks collection. We can also access the pack market as well. I recommend not buying any packs. They are hardly ever worth it. I do fully recommend avoiding buying packs as much as possible until you get a massive bankroll going. Then it can be somewhat of a good time to rip packs, but until you have a massive bankroll, I would not do that. And then of course, if we're buying and selling cards, we can do that here on the marketplace. We can see our MLB players. We can see other players as well. If you want more information on the marketplace, be sure to check out my marketplace tutorial. You can find the link at the top of this video right now. You can see the link for that video. It just went live earlier today if you're watching the day that this comes out. Be sure to check out that marketplace tutorial where I go way more in depth with how to utilize the marketplace. There you have it. That is our Diamond Dynasty beginner's guide here for MLB the Show 22. If y'all have any questions about DD, definitely be sure to hit me up down in the comment section below or follow my Twitch stream. You can see the link to that in the description of this video down below. We're always live, hanging out, answering any questions you have, going through building up our no money spin team. As always, though, y'all enjoyed this video, definitely be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Until next time, I'll catch y'all around.